I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still call you up. If we don't got trust, we...
What is going on, everybody? We are here for Saturday Night Rocket League for Nemesis's first, I don't know if it's going to be annual, but drunk cast with me and Linty. How we doing, Linty?
You know, I'm feeling pretty good. How are you doing, Mudmouth?
You know, I'm a little late to the party, so I understand that you're a few in, and I need to catch up. So I'm 3 shots of whiskey and 2 beers. We're just getting started. We're waiting on these teams to come up, you know, and I'm kind of disappointed because we went to the effort to get all these drinks in, and now Grandmasters don't have a third player, so I don't know what's going on.
You know, I'm not really that disappointed because anytime I get to have this kind of occasion, I'm glad to throw back a few drinks and have a good time.
You know, I am too. So I'm hopefully Grandmasters can either find Foam or Astro in the depths of chessboards they're playing in. Otherwise, they'll have to get a sub. Or Ducky in chat, he says put him in.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
let's get Ducky on Grandmasters. So we're gonna wait another minute or two. Otherwise, it's just gonna. Someone named King Muff joined. I have no idea who that is. Oh boy, they're bringing in a challenger sub. Okay, things just got interesting.
They're feeling positive.
Okay, also, Rockerman made it very evident that I tell everyone that Drake's versus Samurai is going to be our match on Monday. So I just wanted to let the audience know that. So I think, do we have everybody here, Lindsay? I can't tell.
It's hard to tell, but I think we have 10 people. I think that's the right amount of players and viewers for us to get started.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna get started here if everyone's ready. I'm gonna double check. But yeah, this is really gonna be a spicy matchup, I thought. But now Grandmasters, 7-0, and they're bringing in the challenger sub. So I don't know if this is gonna be as spicy matchup as we thought it was gonna be. But what do you think, Lindsay?
You have to remember though, Nebula, they pulled up Zyril as well. So they got a sub from a lower. I forgot. So it's gonna be pretty spicy with both teams missing a couple of players. But I really like what I've seen out of Bubbly and Fishy. Bubbly recently getting 1950 and Fishy also reaching 1900 before. But Press J and Smooth, when we played them, both solid players, so they could easily carry the game through and take a win. But I'm gonna place my bet on Grandmasters.
I think I might be going Nebula here, even though I carried Bubbly to 1950 last night. But we're going to get started in this best of 5. We're going to see which sub-in can have the most impact here. As Zyril's up for this one. Back over to Press J. I can barely keep speaking. Zyril up for this. Going for the double. Runs out of boost, though. Smooth gonna have to bail him out. He's going for the double here. Muff on the backboard. Blocks it out. Press J turning on this one. Not a lot of boost to work with, and Bubbly's up for this. We know he can't double, so he's gonna pass to Fishy. And now that Bubbly's hit 1950, Lindsay, what are we thinking about Bubbly?
He's a super solid player, and we've seen over the past couple weeks he's hit a couple double taps, but The mechanical game's not there, but he is a rotational beast, and he's super fast, so definitely got to watch for his speed and his placement.
He did send me a clip of him getting a flip reset for the first time. He didn't score, but he got the flip reset, and the other team scored on him not more than 5 seconds later. But Bubbly going for his patented demo here. Doesn't get the demo though. Turns on it. Where's Muff? He misses it though, and Bubbly's gonna keep chasing this one. Press J on this one, but Fishy's gonna cut it off. Oh, an awkward double commit, and that's gonna leave the net open as Press J is gonna take the goal secure. Yeah. And now they're up 1-0.
Unfortunate. King Muff, he didn't quite get the touch he needed. And Smooth was just sitting right there. He got a great touch over the top, but Press J, cheeky little guy, he just came in and stole the goal from Smooth. Bubbly on the ball. Smooth, oh, he just missed. King Muff misses the ball as well. Fishy on the ball. Gets it over Press J with Zyral downfield. But Zyral closed it back into the blue half. Fishy on the ball. Taking it upfield. Kind of cleared across, but Press J's ready to take it upfield. Ball kind of high. King Muff could touch the middle, but nobody's there to follow up. Zyral with the dribble getting around Fishy, but good defense coming from Fishy. Fishy, good block, kind of gets it over the blue half though. Kind of awkward ball, but Fishy was right from the pass from Bubbles. Press J, long ball clear, getting it out of the orange half. Nebula, they got a good amount of pressure. Shot coming from Smooth, just didn't quite get enough power. Ball gets clear. Fishy, high ball, clearing into the orange half. Smooth's ready to take control though. Bad touch, Bubbly coming back downfield. It's kind of hard to read, but it feels like Nebula has a lot of this pressure going on right now. Oh, Bubbly with a fake. Smooth, though. He predicted it. Bubbles barely missed the demo. Zyral, good play downfield. Oh, awkward bounce coming up off the backboard. Fishy with a bad play, but King Muff read it perfectly. Good clear out in front of the net. Fishy keeping control in the corner. Oh, man. SJ keeping the blue half, but Bubbly was there to clear it. Fishy, good touch, keeping the orange half. Smooth. Playing it to Grandmasters side. Gets a good dunk in front of the net, but Bubbly's there to clean it up. Press J, high ball clear above the net. Zyral can't read the touch, just misses the ball. Smooth, going for a shot, just misses. Good pass play. Barely gets blocked, but Press J gets a dunk, which happens to play the ball back in front of Zyral. And, you know, Zyral with a great finish shot with nobody there to guard it.
Hey, what's up, Linty? I'm taking. We lost Bagels. I think his internet has had one too many drinks. So
I don't know. I see him in the media call. I'm not sure if he got kicked from our call, but
back.
Yeah, there's a possibility. But maybe his internet did have a few too many drinks.
I was gonna say I'm not drunk here. So if we could get Bagels back, I think that's gonna be the move. Is he alive? I think we might have him back in call right now. Nope, I will take that as a no. So I guess I'll fill in for the time being. We'll see if we can get Drunk Bagels back. As Press J, a shot on net, and Nebula 3-0 now. They're just going in.
And that was just a super awkward play. Fishy tried to clear the ball out. Ended up getting a demo instead and just rolling over the ball. But a great finish coming from Press J.
A tough one there. As I said for the viewers in chat, I am not drunk here. We gotta stay legal. Just give me till October, and then we'll talk. October 18th, boys. Mark it on the calendars. But I see a follow up coming in there. Not gonna go. And Linty, for this drunk cast, I know we didn't actually talk about the rules, or so that I heard. Are we still doing the drink after a goal and shot after a game? Is that what's going on for the viewers in chat who are following along?
Don't worry, sir. You don't have to participate in that, but I've definitely been keeping that pace. But yeah, it's a draw. It's a drink after a goal and then a shot after every game, just to keep it a bit lively.
All right, there you go. Those are the rules for you guys in chat. If you wanna wanna play along in this trunk stream.
If you're of age, of course.
If you're of age, of course, we gotta clarify that. But final 10 seconds here. Nebula got a 3-0 lead, and Grandmasters just unable to do anything here as this ball still staying up. Maybe one more opportunity here as Zyro to the side, and that one's going to go down. Nebula is going to win, and King Muff, the challenger player, not able to do enough there as Nebula. They're going to get game number 1, Linty.
Yeah, I mean, that was actually a fun series to watch. It didn't look like it was that far, it didn't look like it was that big of a difference between the two teams, but Grandmasters, they didn't have enough finishing offense. I know it says they had 7 shots, but whenever they get it up there, I don't think King Muff was quite ready for the speed of play from both teams. So he seemed a little bit lagging behind, and Bubbly and Fishy, I know, super solid, speedy players. They probably were just getting out ahead of them, but Nebula, they seem to be working very well with Zyral. He was playing very well. He did what he needed to do. He was a good defensive player for Nebula, but from what it looked like, Nebula they did what they needed to do when they got to the offensive side, and that was the biggest part of the game.
Yeah, for sure. Nebula able to pull out the victory 3-0. Grandmasters didn't even score a goal. They're still, from looking at chat here, they're still waiting on their third to see if Foam or Astronistic are gonna pop out of nowhere there. As he talked about, had to pull the challenger player for this one in King Muff. So
God damn it,
Bagels, he's back. He's alive. Your internet. We said your internet had too much to drink.
They can't take down the king. They can't take me down. Get it back up. Let's run it back. Somebody invite me.
I got you.
All right. Bagels will be back in here. Until then,
you stay in the call, Rocker Man, in case it goes down again.
I will be waiting here. I'll be waiting here. But game number 2 here. Just waiting on Bagels to join back in. But as that one's going to go in, Nebula, the first goal of this one, after winning 3-0 last game, find the first goal in this one.
You know, that was a good play coming from Pressure. He just got over King Muff, but Fish, he used an awkward spot trying to save that from behind while there was an air dribble over the top, and he ended up popping over the third defender for a goal. But an overall great position play and good idea coming from Pressure to score that goal.
All right, and now Bagels is back in the call. I'll let you guys take it away. Have fun,
I didn't know
boys.
we were live. I'm back.
We're still live. Have fun, boys.
Alrighty. Nebula won game 1, I guess. I predicted them to win, and they're 1-0 up in this one. So, was it close? Oh, Mr. Bubs!
Bubbles!
Scores!
It's Mr. Dubs for you. He reads the backboard touch, he banks it to himself, jumps up, gets it over 2 defenders with a great shot.
I have no idea what I've missed, but I'm sure it's been entertaining for somebody. Fishy on this one. He's trying to hit it again, but he's too bad. Press J getting the redirect, back down to Smooth. Muff's not going to get it, but Mr. Dubs bails him out.
Mr. Dubs.
Press J taking this one, Smooth up, beats out Muff. Mr. Dubs is the last one back, kind of awkward. Fishy's going to have to bail him out, and he does. Bubbly on this one now. Kind of a subpar air dribble, but either way, he gets it past. And I don't know what I missed from game 1, Lindsay, but as there's a scuffle in the corner, give me the shorty.
You know, the game 1 pretty much lasted the same way the whole way through. Oh, Smooth.
Oh my god!
No. Dr. Fishy, no, that's not the kind of shot we're looking for, but oh man, he lays it in there 35 miles per hour. What a spanger. Oh man. That game 1 was pretty much the same way from start to finish. It looked like Nebula played great defense, and that worked for their offense to get the offense going. They finished their shots. Grandmasters, it looked like their third wasn't quite ready for a lot of the speed of play, and that's why they couldn't quite finish a lot of their goals.
Yeah, hopefully Muff can be a factor on the field for the Grandmasters. But I tell you what, Nebula's defense, it wasn't good there. As Bubbly's going to have to play some of his own as 2 players up, kind of just destroying each other in the corner. As Muff's going to have a free clear out. Smooth, kind of awkward here, not really sure what to do with himself. Gives the ball away. Bubbly, decent 50, but Fishy was too close. And in case nobody didn't elicit the information before, we're going to be taking a drink after every goal or to our discretion. And there will be a shot after every game in the series. That's all I had to say about that. Hopefully my internet doesn't go out again, but they can't stop the king. As they can't stop me. I'm back. As Bubbly's on this one, he's got a lot of boost. Sends it back over to Fishy. He's gonna try and pass it back. Bubbly on the shot. Mr. Dubs, he somehow hits it. The man on defense, he just wasn't there. Zyral, where is he?
He's just too good, but a great pass coming from Fishy. Played at a really awkward speed for Zyral in the midfield. There's no way he can read that. Fishy he could take a shot anywhere on net, as long as it wasn't a Zyral, of course, but
all right,
scoring that goal.
I gotta call somebody out. Yikes in the chat. He says that was a weak burp. He doesn't even know. That was like a 1 out of 10. You don't want me to get it up in here. Everybody who knows me knows I'm gonna sonic boom your ass. As Zyral, he's messing up on defense again. Bubbly's gonna be there for the shot. And it's just gonna go in again!
Mr. Dubs! But an awkward touch coming from Zyral. But great King Muff, he could have taken that shot, but he's like, let's spread the points around. Passes it back across for King Dubs. And he scores the goal.
He kind of just sat in the way, King Muff did, and Zyral just bumped into him, which caused a team bump, and it just works out. As now Grandmasters kind of taking command of this series in this game too. I feel one coming on. Hold on, Yikes. It'll get there. Hold on. But Fishy trying to hard clear, but he's just not good enough. Smooth isn't good enough either. Zyral finally the second person to try and hit the ball, and it just goes in. It just goes in.
That was a really awkward play, but I think Fishy was just playing too deep. He may not have had any boost to get back across the net. Bubbles or Mr. Dubs thought that the ball, somebody was gonna be behind him to save it. Nobody was there, so there's just a free net to shoot on.
Yeah, I don't think Bubbly had any boost either. As oh no, a big whiff comes out, but nobody able to get that one in the midfield. Is now this game just got a little bit more interesting as there's only a 2-goal disparity. Everyone awkward on this ball. Fishy off the backboard. Where's the challenger player? There he is! But he misses the ball.
Fishy faked King Muff out. You hate to see it. The double?
Bubbly has no... He can't double. He can't double, Lindsay. But if he does, I'm gonna lose my mind. Hold up.
The fans, dude, for me, double.
Oh my god, it goes in for Zyral, and let me pull it out for Yikes. That was like a 5 out of 10 for the scale there. It wasn't even that good. But what is good is Zyral's shooting this game, as he has, I need to check the scoreboard. He has 2 goals, he's 2 for 2. 100% shooting percentage, as now, Grandmasters' lead isn't that safe, Linty.
That was good pass across, a good couple of dunks. Right in front of net, and it just led to an open net. Bubbles, he got the block, but ended up in a double commit between 2 players, and so when that final shot came through, nobody was there to block it, and you just hate to see Bubbles?
There he is, he balls, press J!
Dubs! Mr. Dubs!
I can't find my bottle cap opener. Number 4, coming up!
He's too good.
He's just too good. It wasn't even that good of a dribble, but hey, he has 835 points. Nobody can stop him in this game. Game 2. I missed game 1.
800 points? I think somebody needs to stop this man.
Yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought there as I was looking at chat, and there's lots of out of 10s. But they're not ready. They're not ready for the 10 out of 10. But either way, Grandmaster's going to take this game 2. Let's see if they can get a last-second shot off for Nebula.
Oh no.
That was probably like an 8 out of 10. But now we're tied up in the series. Smooth is out. Smooth has left the match. Where did he go?
He had to leave after that match.
Foam has joined. That's the wrong team.
King Muff,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where Smooth is gone. Oh, he's back. He's back. Maybe he changed his car. And for Ori in the chat, yes, this is cooking bagels. I've got the mud mouth. I forgot to take. I wasn't there for game 1, so I didn't take my shot. So I'm gonna have to take 2 shots. But now, Grandmasters tied it up at 1-1 apiece. And now things got a little bit more interesting now that Foam is back in the match. So let's see if Grandmasters can even be more dominant than they already are.
You know, both teams, they've done so good. Like, it just depends on the game. Because, honestly, Nebula, they controlled the pace for game 1. But Bubbles, or Mr. Dubs, as we all know him, came out and he showed up for game 2. And he just carried the team for a win.
Yeah, honestly, and it wasn't really, there was kind of no defense on either side there, but it just kind of a blowout on both sides. But now that Foam is in here, and Zyro being the rival sub-in, it might be more of a comparable match, and they didn't really have to rely on Muff either way, so they might be able to take a more commanding lead in the series now. As Mr. Dubs with the shot! There's no defense!
Mr. Dubs! He's just too good, but Foam, he's already making his presence well known. A great 50 on Smooth. Just stopped the ball in the midfield. There was no defense because both of them decided to go for each boost. And, you know, it happens. That's a Bubbles thing to do, but it ended up in a goal.
Yeah, absolutely. And Fishy requesting caster bias for his own teammate as a shot comes in off the post and Zyro's going to clean it up. Somehow the rival league player has all the goals for Nebula.
That was good play from Smooth. He could have made it, but spreading the points around, adding more points to your team, it just makes you look better.
Yeah, it was a good pass from Smooth. I will give him that. And here he is on this ball now. Not able to get it there though. And yes, Linty, no need to DM me about the caster bias. I will gladly take a crap on Foam. As I just don't like Foam. But he's on this ball here. He can't dribble. He gets easily 50'd, but he does bump Zyral. Fishy on the ball now. Clears it back over to Press J though. Foam cutting in. Not his ball, I don't think, but he cut in anyway. As Fishy hits it up. Yes, Linty, I'm sorry. I'm getting too overwhelmed.
Too overwhelmed. Such fast-paced play to both teams. Bubbles, he can't get the backboard read. Press Chase is too quick.
And Fishy with the open net, and he capitalizes. I still haven't taken my second shot for game 2, so hold up. You talk. Down the hatch.
I don't think I've seen a harder shot before. 68 miles per hour? Speedy. I don't think he could have hit that any harder.
And we're not sponsored by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey Whiskey. But if you would like, you can sponsor us as Zyral. He puts in another one.
Yo, Zyral, just move him up already. He's too good. Move him up. Pick me up. Easy money. I need a low MOR player on my team, so it can work.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know what happened on that play. I was too busy putting my cap on to my whiskey. I'm just gonna assume it was the patented bubbly goes for mid boost when nobody's back off the kickoff. But he's on this one. Kind of fakes it. As Press J up for this one, sending it back out to the middle. Kind of dangerous, but there's Zyral again. Fishy cuts it off. I feel another one coming on, but Bubbly, he's gonna miss that one. As Foam tries to clear it back out. Fishy sends it to the backboard.
No, he didn't go.
But Mr. Dubs, he's just too good.
Mr. Dubs, he doesn't need to go. He fakes anybody out anyways. Name tag's too big. No big deal. He just has to sit on the ground, scares people. Just places it in out of bounds.
We both know that's only a problem for you, Lindsay. You're the only person who complains about the name tags being too big. Foam, he's not going! As Bubbly bails him out.
It's not my fault, though. People's
name tags too big.
They hide though. They hide the other players. It's not my fault.
You know, I will say that I will say that I generally have a really long name when I play.
Well, you go character limit on names.
Yeah. I apologize for that. Fishy, great ground pinch out. Bubbly gonna get beat out to this by Press J. Fishy though with the follow-up. Smooth, kind of awkward touch back to the middle, but there's Zyril again, kind of low-key been the MVP for this series. As he's on this one again, kind of fakes out the defense as there's Foam again, bumping Mr. Dubs. Oh, Bubbly not trusting his own brother as Foam's last back and nobody can hit this shot as crossbar 3 times.
It's a 4v3 crossbar included for the Grandmasters. Who would have thought?
Zyril attempting a double. Foam, he can't play backboard defense. How is this man Titan? He can't. No backboard defense, no half flipping. He does get the pass out to Mr. Dubs. Bubbly maybe doubling.
Oh,
he got it, but
Bubbles cannot double, you know.
He just couldn't find the angle. As Zyril on this one. Sorry, go ahead, Lindsay. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just saying Bubbles can't doubles. It's just a fact of life.
It just is. That's just the way it is. But Smooth on this one, and the crossbar again. But Press J, or no, it's Zyril. I can't even see. He's 3 for 4, and the crossbar finally doesn't strike.
The crossbar. It's a 4v3 right now. He just keeps saving all the shots, but Zyril, he knows how to place it around him. That fourth defender, kind of sneaky, but he's not always there to read that shot.
Yeah, now tied up. 3-3 at a piece. As Bubbly kind of fumbling around in the corner. Zyril picking this one up. Just realized he's using the Paladin. I don't even know if he normally plays in that car, if he's just beaming. But either way, he's been a factor on the field for Nebula, as Zen wasn't able to show up. or Ventus. Smooth on this one. Fishy with the great save. I can't stop burping. Bubbly missing the clear. Foam actually getting a hit, but Smooth gets bailed or dunks him out. Bubbly kind of overstepping his boundaries there as he's kind of double committed with his brother a few times. The Dr. Fishy.
Dr. Fishy! No!
Fishy on this one. Not the greatest clear out, but Smooth kind of gonna ball his own team as Zyril kind of bails him out again. Zyril looking like the best player on the field for Nebula, Lindsay.
That was such a weird play. Smooth, he shot it on his own net, but then one of the Grandmasters went over there and saved it. He could have probably faked the last defender and got a goal, but you know. Oh, Foam?
Oh my god! Foam, he can't get a clear. He was too busy trying to make it drop. He thought it was 0 seconds, but it wasn't. And one way or another, he can't make the play on defense.
Great last touch from Press J popping across the middle, but you know, Zyril, he thought he'd get that last goal. You saw him trying to go for that pinch, but Smooth, he finally got what was 1 for 8 goal. And it worked out. It ended up giving them a win. And that just turns into making it to where Nebula takes a 2-1 over Grandmasters for Game 3.
Yeah, looking at the shot margins here, it's 15-4. I need to find more whiskey, as that's the end of Game 3. Yeah, just Grandmasters, they put in 3 goals on 4 shots, so it's a 75 shooting percentage. But man, if Zyril was not the man on the field for Nebula.
No, Zyril. Oh, yeah, Zyril was the carry. Like, not necessarily carry. He got set up a lot by Smooth and Press J, but he definitely did his job. Whenever they gave him the open goal, whenever he needed to score, he was just there. Grandmasters didn't have a solution for that. They were too busy worrying about Smooth and Press J. They were blocking their shots. But you have Zyril coming in and he's dunking people, or he's making those open net shots or contested shots, and he's just doing such a great job to keep Nebula within gameplay and even taking the Game 3 win.
Yeah, and I stated it a few times there. I think Bubbly was kind of playing a little too aggressive. I think he's too busy or too used to me carrying him in rank to 1950. So I think he's used to a little faster play from his boy Foam. But even cutting off his own brother a few times. So I think maybe he kind of needs to tone it down a little bit and let his teammates get involved in the play. Bubbly, there's always caster bias. You need to stop DMing me. Just talk to me like I'm a human.
I have to let you get your sentence in. I have to be able to ask questions about stuff like that. Oh man, but almost a great pass coming from Foam. Bubble's just getting dunked.
Yeah, Fishy with the pass out. A double commit. It might work out still though, as Foam puts it on, but Pressj's there. Weak shot from Foam. Maybe Bubbly would have had a more powerful shot. As Zyro coming in with one of his own, going for the double. Misses, and the net's open. Fishy didn't commit, and they're going to get punished.
Somebody bring this man up to Titan, but look at that pass.
Oh my god, Foam! He just can't play backboard defense. I'm taking the fourth shot for him.
He's just moving too fast. He couldn't quite read that ball off the backboard, but Zyro, just a good touch, placed where he needed to, and smooth. An even better shot, placing it around the defense and into the net.
Woo! Great hit from Zyro there to put that off his own backboard. Fishy on the ball here. Gonna be dangerous still. Where's Foam? He's slowly moving up, trying to attempt the flip reset. We know he can't do those. Fishy using all of his boost for not a great hit, and now Zyro's gonna have a free ball. Pressj pre-flipping past this one as Foam on this one. Fishy with a great dunk. And Smooth not able to get the hit. Where's Mr. Dubs? There he is. Kind of meandering around the field and bumping Pressj off the ball. And I tell you what, the regular whiskey is not as good as the honey whiskey. Mr. Dubs up for this one. Not a great hit. Foam kind of bailing him out. Where's Fishy? Oh!
Oh no.
Overcommits a little bit.
Oh no. Oh, good looking.
And what are we thinking about Grandmasters here, Linty, as they're getting beat out by a rival subbing when they have their full Titan lineup. And they're 7-0. This could be their first loss.
You know, Nebula is actually just a super solid lineup to begin with. They have Pressj, they have Smooth. Both of those players that we played against early on, they were just so hard to play against. And
oh, Mr. Dubs! No!
Oh, Mr. Dubs, no! Dr. Fishy, no!
Fishy couldn't put it in either.
But, like, Nebula is such a good team. Like, they have good players all across the board. And sometimes, like, even if you pull up lower players, like, if you have good players on the upper end, they know how to rotate. They can get their third man into the plays. And that's what Nebula's doing. They're doing really well about getting their third man in positions to score. And as long as Zyro's doing what he needs to do to pull off those scores and game-winning goals, then they're in a great position to pull out the series.
Yeah, definitely. And Foam took the ball up his own backboard there, and I was kind of scared because I didn't know if he was going to get the hit, as his backboard defense in the 2 games that he's played has not been great. He barely got the hit out to midfield. But one way or another, Grandmasters are now on offense. As Bubbly takes a quick turn on this one, Zyro up, misses, and Foam, he couldn't put it in. He didn't have any boost. It wasn't an easy shot, but maybe he could have gotten the flick off if he could have somehow managed it. And there's Bubbly again, kind of flailing at the ball, trying to play a little too fast again as a pass comes out. Not able to get it on target. Had to find what words I wanted to say there for a second. Foam sending it back over to the side. Bubbly getting dunked out by Zyro. Smooth off this one. Pressj up. Off. Like Foam. Zyro leaving this, but able to get back to it as nobody was pre-jumping. Bubbly sending it off to the side. Not able to follow his own touch. Fishy off to the sidewall. Passing to Foam. That was a mistake. Keep the ball to yourself. We don't want Foam on the ball as Bubbly's on this one. Trying to pass to Foam again. And Foam, he hits the shot. He proves me wrong. We need to go to a Game 5. I haven't had enough in me yet. I missed Game 1. We need Game 5.
You know, it's Mr. Dubs. Straight to team carry Foam. It's just a great finish. Coming from Foam, he placed it behind that last defender. Instead of, he could have placed it on the middle of the net or the front side, and it got saved. But he placed it near that near post, and that third defender, with all his momentum rolling away, there was no way he could get that. So good shot coming from Foam.
Yeah, it was definitely a good play. Zyro up for this. Not enough boost to reach that, and maybe wouldn't have reached it anyway. As Foam again on the backboard, it just doesn't look natural for him. Bubbly with a great flick.
Ooh.
Able to follow this one, sending it back out. Fishy there. Shot blocked though. Foam on this one. Pass out as a double commit comes out. Bubbly's gonna have a good chance here. Steals the corner boost. Nobody up for this ball. For Grandmasters, that is. And now we're gonna be going to overtime as somebody should have been there.
Oh man, Dr. Fish was so close to keeping that up. But yeah, overtime game, and both these teams are playing so well that either one of them would take it, and it's just so hard to tell because no,
Foam! He couldn't hit the shot off of Bubbly's demo, but he has a great pass out. Nobody there to follow it. Where was Dr. Fishy? He's on the ball now, but too little, too late. As Bubbly again turning in front of Foam, and he needed that early flick to get it past the last defender. That could have been their chance. As a ball out to the middle, but nobody quite there. Zyro missing this one. Foam to the corner. Smooth with a great clear out. Bubbly gonna have to make a touch here, and he does. Fishy kind of in an awkward spot, and somebody's gonna have to bail them out on defense as Bubbly sends it to the middle, but Smooth not able to get the shot. As Fishy sending it down the field, he's got one to beat, and he balls his own team. He balls his own brother. He tried to pass the Foam. He thought it might have been the one good option since Foam finally hit a shot. But it just wasn't enough as the shot was off target. Bubbly up for this. An own goal almost comes out. Another double commit.
Oh no.
Dr. Fishy couldn't get enough power on it, and the net is open, but he gets that demo. That's what we know him for. Bubbly trying to double. He gets the hit, but Smooth sending it back out to the middle. Foam with a very subpar touch, but he's going to get back to it as Bubbly bumped out the last man. But something's just wrong on offense here for Grandmasters. They don't look like themselves, all over each other, and Nebula kind of scraping by. As Smooth with a great hit out, press J up. Fishy needs to make this touch, and he barely scrapes it. Zyro using all of his boost to do apparently nothing. As he's gonna keep harassing Bubbly on this ball. Bubbly up, trying for the redirect, but doesn't really get a great hit. Fishy up, 0 boost, trying to send it to the middle, but Foam was too far back. Bouncing it off the ceiling, trying to get a double here, and he does, but Zyro somehow managed. He just keeps getting the touches. Fishy up. If Fishy can hit the shot, the net's open.
Oh, what a save.
But Presce getting the good hit he needed out to the corner. Fishy up for this one again. Good hit out to the middle. Bubbly's going to have a free clear. But doesn't really get a good hit. He didn't have much boost.
Oh, no.
But Nebula's still a little awkward on defense, but Grandmasters aren't in this position to punish. As Bubbly's going to miss this ball. Everyone on Grandmasters kind of at low boost right now. Fishy the only person, and he's able to get the clear. Presce out to the middle, but nobody's there. And Bubbly, once again, kind of balls his own teammates. He kind of needs to, I don't know if there's just more communication that needs to take place, but he's on this ball here. Smooth with the great save. But something needs to change for this Grandmasters team, Lindsay.
You know, you say that, but I like where the Grandmasters are because they are at a crazy amount of shots. It's 13 shots to 2 shots for Nebula. Nebula feels like they're on
Foam on the ball here!
Oh,
he's gonna put it in!
No.
I kind of lost myself there. I couldn't believe it. Foam actually getting both the goals in this game 4. We're going to game 5!
You know, Foam, he may not be the best player on the team, but when you have players like Bubbles, you have players like Fishy, they're just so good, they can set them up. And they placed that ball on the defense super awkward, so they couldn't get unless it was a perfect touch, they couldn't get a touch back to the corner or the same side corner. And it was just like, Foam, he's just sitting there waiting for the touch out, and when it finally came to him, he shoots it, and he makes it. Great play coming from Foam, and you love to see series like this where it goes to such a long overtime.
Yeah, and the last matchup between the two of them did go to Game 5. And I know before your unfortunate departure, Linty, that we took both these games to series teams. I cannot speak. We took both these teams to Game 5. Nebula unfortunately reverse swept us, and we almost pulled a reverse sweep off of Grandmasters. So these games are these teams are no strangers to Game 5. And we're gonna have another one here.
Reverse swept, don't you? But
yeah.
the good old reverse swept. But you know, both teams are so good that either one of them will win. It all depends on the night. But Grandmasters, they've been playing so well. Both Bubbles and Fishy, they grind rank. They grind the game. They play so well together because they are brothers. You know, practically twins whenever you hear them talk.
Some might say that Bubbly was made in the lab and Dr. Fishy was the progenitor of that creation. You know, that's just the information I've heard down the grapevine.
Down the grapevine.
From the grapevine, yeah.
They're both so good that either team can pull a game off this win. Even with Nebula having to pull up a sub for the series, they're playing super well just to keep in with the top-rated team in the league.
Yeah, and I think on both sides, there hasn't really been a standout player for Grandmasters. Everybody's just kind of been where they needed to be. As Foam, another shot on. But I think Bubbly has been playing a little bit too aggressive and kind of been overextending himself across his teammates as Foam kind of takes the ball away from him. But definitely for Nebula, Zyral's surprisingly been that standout player, as Smooth and Pressure have just kind of been the solid players they needed to be in this matchup. As both teams kind of coming out with unconventional victories from less well-known players. And now, either way, they're going to find themselves in this Game 5, and let's see who can be the hero.
You know, I know you're talking about less well-known players.
Mr. Bubs?
No. It's Mr. Dubs. But Mr. Dubs, an awkward touch coming from Zyral. He tried to pass it back to the third man. Didn't quite get the touch he needed, and Bubbles, or Mr. Dubs, he was just like pushing up super hard forward. He knew where the ball was going, touched over that last defender, and had an open net to shoot on.
Yeah, now Grandmaster scoring first as the net's going to be open again. Miscommunication, and not sure quite what happened there.
You know, Pressure, not quite the touch he's looking for. And he throws it back out to Fishy. Fishy, good touch, and then an even better finish. There was no third man. All the momentum was rolling away from the net for the defense, and they just end up finishing the shot.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Smooth thought there was another person back or not, but he started to rotate up the back wall as he should have been rotating in the net, and if so, he would have been there for the save. On this one, though, and he makes the clear here. Fishy was 0 boost, and he's going to get beat out by Pressure. 2 players up. Zyral kind of out of his element there. Not sure he needed to be up for that ball, as Bubbly's going to send this to the sidewall. Not a great hit from Pressure. Foam on the dribble. Getting hard pinched out to the other side. Fishy's going to have to wrangle this in the corner, but Smooth's already up. Off the back wall. Zyral there, but he's not able to put it on. As Pressure is going to send this out to the side. And Zyral again. Pressure trying to redirect, almost works out. Smooth sending it up, it's going to be dangerous. Zyral there, but he's not able to put it on. And Foam with a good save. Net open again, Pressure needs to make this touch. Fishy's there in the corner though, but kind of pre-jumps. They can't be overextending like this, and it's going to... just as I was saying it, they were playing a little too far up. Bubbly with the whiff and Foam overcommitting as the third man. Still haven't taken my 5th shot of whiskey, kind of blurring my vision, but I'm going it in anyway.
That's Smooth. He saw it coming. Bubbles, first man on the challenge off that sidewall touch, and those, you know, those are always hard to read. But Smooth. Like that first touch missed by Bubbles. Foam in an awkward position because he's too close. He just plays it down the field and just scores himself.
Yeah, it was just 2 big mistakes coming out from the Grandmasters. And for any of our younger viewers, man, when they say whiskey burns, it does. I wish I had more of the honey whiskey. But Fish with a great passing pay here. Bubbly going for the bump. He probably should have stayed on the ball there. That might have been a goal or a shot opportunity. Zyril sending it out to the side. PressJ continuing the play. Almost getting back to it as Bubbly trying to land on it, and he does. No boost to work with, but a great 50 almost goes in. My throat is burning. Fishy trying to send it to the middle. Bubbly with a great off the backboard. Where's the follow-up? Nobody's there. Zyril and PressJ kind of double commit to pinch it to the corner. I don't think they realized they had the time they did. As Smooth with a big whiff. Zyril bailing him out, and all of Nebula has no boost to work with. Fishy to his own corner, kind of panicking. Sending it out to Zyril, who's going to get... Oh, he's not going to get the double. Smooth trying to get a second hit here. Great hit to the middle. But PressJ wasn't quite in the right spot. And Zyril with no boost. Sending up the sideball. PressJ again continuing the play. As Fishy getting dunked out again. Bubbly gets a good touch to the middle, but Fishy not able to beat out Smooth. And Foam's going to have a free hit here. Not the greatest hit, but the net was open for some reason. If he got a better hit, that could have been their 3rd goal. And just with 30 seconds coming to a close, Grandmasters might be poised to take this series, Linty.
You know, Grandmasters, they definitely have started doing what they needed to do to pull out the series. I know that they were missing one of their 3rd players coming from their main roster, but once Foam joined, they started playing so much better together. They started protecting their door.
Oh, no. And that's going to seal it for Nebula, I have a feeling, as Mr. Dubs with another open net. There's been quite a few of them in that series for Grandmasters and Nebula on both sides. There's been... The defense has just kind of been a miss. And...
You know, honestly, from Fishy right there, that was such a great touch. He just drove underneath the ball, kind of let it pop off his hood, and nobody was ready for it. There was no defensive player back for Nebula to keep the ball high. They popped it up, ball went long down the field, and it was just an easy shot going for Bubbles.
Yeah, and they did seal it with that 3rd goal, that open net, and now Grandmaster's able to steal another Game 5 win against Nebula. So in both matchups this season, they've been able to take this Game 5. And it makes you wonder if they had Zin in this series, if it might have been a little different. But props to Zyril. Except for that Game 5, I think he performed pretty well in all 4 of those, in those first 4 games of this series for a rival league player.
You know, honestly, Zyril, he did play very well those first 2 series. But I think having that 3rd member for Grandmasters that was actually up to par with those MMR standards, I think that was the biggest difference. Because Zyril, he can be a good player, but when you have 3 good players like Foam, Fishy, and Bubbles in the same team, even though Foam might not be up to a standard where the other 2 are, there's just a different pace and play that they're all used to. There's different touches, there's different patterns that you have to read that can just mess up your own style of gameplay. And congrats to Grandmasters for being able to pull it out. They started with their own challenger player through the first 2 games. They knew how to play. They knew how to set up their challenger league player to form well enough to take a 1-1 series through the first 2. But just overall, it was such a fun series to watch because either team could have pulled that out in the end.
Yeah, honestly, all sub-ins aside, I think it was a close series, and there wasn't really that many great shots, so to say, but there was a lot of just people outspeeding each other, getting the 50s they needed. And as much crap as I was giving Foam, I think the turning point in that series was that Game 3. It could have been Game 4. I honestly can't remember, but he got that dribble goal, and I think that was the turning point for the Grandmasters. And that's really what they needed to take this series.
You know, I can't quite remember which one was the dribble goal, but I'm gonna think it was game 4. But yeah, it was just that pace of play that it felt like Nebula might not be used to, or maybe it might not be used to with the having that third. But overall, like both teams could have taken it in any game. I know game 1 was kind of one-sided Nebula. Game 2 is kind of one-sided towards Grandmasters, but games 3 and 4, both fun to watch. Both were like super competitive. Like just one goal basically decided the whole match. And you know, watching it forward, either team can be the 1 or 2 going into playoffs. I'm gonna say Grandmasters are gonna be the number 1 team. Nebula gonna be the number 2 team. But if they meet in the finals, there's no doubt in my mind that Nebula could possibly take that world championship title for the Nemesis League.
Yeah, I think with Nebula would be a lot more dangerous with Zin, but unfortunately he wasn't able to make it here. But yeah, and now with the addition of 4 on Venganza, it's kind of up in the air. Even though Grandmasters now proceeds to go 8-0 in our league play, it's kind of up in the air who that number 1 team is, despite Grandmasters' flawless record. But regardless, we have 2 players in the waiting room, and I'm just going to make the executive decision to make an unprecedented decision in Nemesis. We're going to bring both of the brothers in here, get Bubbly in here, get Fishy in here. We're doing a double interview. Get these boys in here. And I just stood up for the first time. I don't know how I've made it this far, but how are we doing, boys? Bubbly's in the wrong channel. Somebody get him in here.
I'm doing good.
There we go. How you doing, Bubbly? Fishy is doing good. How are you?
I am doing fantastic.
That's great.
Fishy has not enough energy. I don't.
That's unfortunate, but you know, I was giving Foam a lot of crap, but he was able to. I honestly can't even remember. It could have been that game 3. It could have been the game 4. I don't know which one it was, but he was able to pull off that clutch dribble goal and that pass goal. He looked a little rough, but how did you guys feel about Foam tonight?
He carried us game 4. Not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
He came in not warmed up at all, and he did so good after a warm-up game.
No, that's true, yeah. If you look at the scoreboard, he had something like 8 shots in game 4 or whatever. He was just all our offense.
And I honestly don't even know because I disconnected. My internet went out. Did you guys win? Did Nebula win game 1 and 2, or did you win game 2? You know, you guys won game 2. It was a dominant victory game 2. I remember.
Yeah,
but you guys had to deal with the Challenger League sub-in, and you were able to pull off that game 2 victory. And Zyril coming in with the Rival League sub-in on the other side. How did you feel about the match tonight? It looked like Nebula was still kind of dangerous.
Honestly, didn't even realize Zyril was a Rival League player. He was playing so well. He was playing just as well as everyone else on Nebula. I don't know. It was crazy to keep up with.
Yeah, he looked.
I'm sorry, I'm here now. Linty is gone. He's had too much to drink. So Linty's gone. No, he didn't. Linty's fine, or so I hope. But I'm just taking over. I'm here ready to go. So.
And yeah, he actually had to go back to his party that he's at. But one more question for the dynamic duo, the brothers. And now that you guys exceed the 8-0, in my personal opinion, you guys are definitely dangerous. But do you feel like the number 1 team now that 4 has been added to Venganza? You have a second match you need to play against them later on in the league play.
Easily.
Okay.
Easily.
Fishy, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this?
I'm just gonna follow up on him. I don't have enough confidence to, like it, so I'm just gonna ride it low.
Okay, well, we'll see. I hope that that matchup will be on stream. I think that'll be a very exciting one to watch. Venganza versus the Grandmasters. But thank you guys for showing up, and it was an exciting series to watch, and it was an exciting series to cast.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your victory tonight.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Rocker Man, let's get to the players of the week.
Let's do it.
You're gone, Bubbly. Okay, he's got there. Also, yeah, Bagels is actually just talking about that Venganza